Growing up as a teen boy, um, a lot of adults tried to talk to us about not caving into peer pressure. Like, peer pressure was a big talking point in the 80s when you were in high school. Like, don't give in to peer pressure, be yourself, you know? That was good advice. But the thing is, boys, more than anything, want to fit in, right? It's not so much that we suffered from peer pressure as peer hunger, right? Now, boys not only have a physical puberty, but we have a philosophical or spiritual puberty in our early teens, too. And, you know, it can kind of really hit you in the face when you realize that the great metaphysical dread of life is loneliness and not having any meaning, not belonging. You know, in other words, excluded in the engagement, not engagement, but the engagement in the self. So when a boy hits that stage, he'll put on any mask, adopt any identity in order to fit in, to be a part of something, to not be alone. And remember that for boys, being cool is the same as being admired and accepted and, most importantly, included. And in other words, it's the same as not alone. So many of us in the early 90s, and it was kind of, projected to us culturally too through our movies and our music, especially our music. And so we kind of learned to wear the mask of like jaded irony towards the world, and it kind of came from a lifestyle of gripping listlessness caused by boredom and emotional lethargy, or maybe better to say emotional fatigue instead of lethargy. But anyway, the problems of wearing that mask of cynicism, and which we think is saving us from that mushy, sugar-coated, insipid kind of mawkishness that was pushed on us as adults. Some of that just say no stuff comes to mind, right? And like, don't have sex till you're married, that kind of stuff, right? So, but the problem is if you wear that mask of cynicism for too long, once you start to become a man, kind of gets stuck on their face, so to speak, And you have to realize that being sentimental is cool, being a bit naive is okay, a bit mushy. In other words, that being part of being cool is being able to be vulnerable when you're feeling vulnerable.